A whole lot of unfinished business that we got to do.
Amen, amen.
Just like Pete said, the little sister that picked up the baton. I was here the day of the shooting. I got here like 15 minutes afterwards, me and other community residents. And we stood out here to the break of dawn, waiting on somebody from LAPD to come get a community estate. That never happened. However, they wasted no time talking to the media for about 30 minutes. They refused to talk to residents, so of course we got pissed off, and we walked down to Central Division, and we stormed the big station. And we went in there, we demanded to talk to the captain, in which we talked to a Don Graham, who's the captain of patrol captain. And I asked her in Pacific about the sister. He guaranteed us that she wasn't arrested. He guaranteed us there wasn't nothing wrong with her. He said, in fact, we took her to the hospital. Right? I knew he was lying. I said I knew he was lying. I could look in his eyes and tell he was lying. Right? So, 2 days after that, folks remember, we had a rally right here that Tuesday. Over 100 people took to the streets. We marched from here all the way to the Pen on 1st and Main. But we stormed inside the police commission and jammed up the commission. Jammed up one of the commanders, Smith. Members of LA CAN asked him about the sister that was taken in the video. And we ended up getting her name that day. We found out her name was Trishawn Carey. Say that again. Her name is Trishawn Carey. So once we got her name, we immediately did a hood investigation, went to LA CAN, conducted our investigation. And we found out that Captain Graham, that he was lying to us. He said she was in the hospital. Yeah, she was in the hospital, all right. But he didn't tell us that she was in the jail part of the hospital. I'm going to say that again. He didn't tell us that she was in the jail part of the hospital. And he didn't tell us that she had injuries. She had all bandages up. He didn't tell us that part neither. Because in the video, when she left here, she didn't have no bandages. Did y'all see bandages? I didn't see none either. And we also found out something else. That she had over $1 million bail. In fact, her bail was $1,085,000. Her bail is more than Suge Knight bail. And we didn't see no $1,085,000 crime being committed on that video, did you? We also found out that she was going to have a court date. 2 days. In 2 days, she was going to have a court date. So we immediately rallied up the troops. And we went down to the criminal court building. And we waited. And when they opened the doors and let that sister in, I couldn't believe it. What I saw broke my heart. They brought her in. She was all bandaged up. She was in a jail orange or suit that they keep folks that have mental disabilities in. And it was 3 sheriff goonies behind her. She sat down and she was just crying hysterically. Just couldn't stop crying. Throughout the whole court process, she was crying. She had her hand on her lap like this, and she kept hollering and screaming. You know what the words she kept saying? She kept saying, they keep saying that I did something that I didn't do. She said, they keep saying that I did something that I didn't do. So, make a long story short, she had a couple of attorneys. One of the attorneys had just got the case within the hour. Within the hour! Had just got the case. He didn't know a damn thing. And so, only thing he knew was he tried to get the bail reduced. The judge refused to drop her bail. In fact, the judge said that for the safety of the community, he's not going to drop her bail. That's what the judge said. And they remanded her to the custody of the sheriff. But another thing is that she have another court date. She's held in the women's jail in Linwood. And so she have another court date that's coming up April 13th. So what we gonna do on that court date?
Be there.
That again? Damn right, we're gonna have to pack that court. We're gonna have to let them know that you just ain't gonna get away with this. This sister is a political prisoner.
Yes.
She's a political prisoner. You know why she's a political prisoner? Because she's the only eyewitness that's still alive. Except for the pigs that murdered our brother Africa, she's the only witness that's still alive. And they hide her away. It ain't no curiosity why she got $1 million bail. They hide her away. They don't want us to be here so she can give her side of the story about what happened. That's what they don't want to hear. And they hiding her away. Now that they're hiding her away, she's been jumped on. So we need to pack that courtroom. And we need to go there. We need to liberate our sister. This ain't the first time we had to go to battle and fight and get one of our sisters released. How many folks remember Faith Hernandez?
Yes.
I said LAPD gave Faith Hernandez, who was an 80-pound woman that was suffering from a mental disability, gave her a Rodney King-style beating just right outside San Julian Park. People had to, in the AA program, man had to drop the mic and get out there in the streets and beg the police to quit beating this woman. And then they took her to jail and charged her with jumping on the police. And was trying to give her 8 years in prison until LA CAN got on the job. And we went out and organized community residents and we packed that courthouse. We packed the courthouse. And guess what happened? We got her up out of there. We liberated our sister. And that's the same thing we got to do now for Trishawn. It's time for us to come together and start fighting back. Anytime they can come in our community and shoot a man off the roof, they shooting us off roof now. Anytime they can come in and shoot us off the roof and then just pack up and leave and don't say a damn thing to the community, it's time for us to stand up. Not only to stand up, it's time for us to fight back. Can I get a right on that? Can I get another right on? So what we gonna do April 13th? We gonna be at LA CAN at 8 o'clock. And we gonna march to the courthouse. Same way we did. Right? And we gonna rally and we gonna get our sister up out of there. And also we got a fund that's going around. What Carl at? Carl, raise your hand. Carl over there, raise your hand. He's over there laughing. But we got a fund going on for the sister. And so we're going to be going to see her this week. So if anybody got a couple of dollars, raise your hand, Carl. If anybody got a couple extra dollars, we ask you to lay it on Carl. Make sure this sister get her some zoom zooms and wham whams until we can liberate her. All power to the people.
Give it up for General Dogon, y'all. There is always more than meets the eye. Gonna bring up a couple more people, but before I do,